want you to be safe.
We want the same thing. And we can do it together.
If an Igbo man dominates the market in Jigawa, dominates the market in Maiduguri, dominates the market in Sokoto, dominates the market in Kano and Bauchi, and now he controls the economy there, and then you want to carve out a nation for him where he has to pull out from those places.
If they divide Nigeria today, the Biafrans will not suffer. Likewise, the Yorubas will not suffer. But I assure you that we, the northern people, will suffer, and before we get ourselves, it will take us from 1 to 50 years. At this era, a northern person, a northern citizen, still believe that the northern leaders will change the north. This 2026/2027, we are expecting the northern leaders have good things in store for us. Everything that is happening in the north today is the northern leaders. The creation of poverty, extremely high number of insecurity, sufferness, and many more. They said they are going to bring security to the north, but what we get today is insecurity. President Buhari gave them everything to remodernize and to arrange the north, but all we get from them is Boko Haram, Lakurawa, ISIS, ISWAPs, bandits, kidnappers. And you are expecting northern Nigeria to be great in 2 years? No, never.
All right, sir. Northern leaders meet saying that Benjamin Netanyahu should not allow Biafra, that they will suffer as a reaction to IPOB delegate breakthrough in the Israeli parliament. Why is this happening?
The northern leaders, the Fulani leaders, precisely. I don't want to talk about the Hausas, who are the indigenous people, but you can see that the Hausas, are in fully support of the position of Martin Nnamdi currently now. There's no two ways about it. But the people who are championing, the Islamization in Nigeria are the ones now, because when you talk about the northerners, they are looking at the Fulani, the elite class, the political class that control the indigenous Hausa and control the traditional leadership in Hausa land and some other things. But the Hausa youths themselves, they understand what Biafra actually stands for. In 4 states alone, I want to tell you why the North are jittery, it's not about the level of resources, how they control the resources of the Biafran land, and we know the history, we know those who are in charge, Danjuma and Sultan of Sokoto, they bought everything, they even turned the so-called Niger Delta people into slaves. But they are pretending as if they don't know they are slaves to the Fulani people, because these Fulani people pointing them to hate Biafrans, their fellow brothers. And that is the division. Now, going back memory lane, in the 18th century, there was nothing like Niger Delta. What they have here is only rivers protectorate. Then later, Niger Rivers Protectorate. Then after the independence, we have 1960. Then they have this unfortunate Niger Delta. They feel they call themselves. But what having confiscated, and shared, and even most of them to get the pipeline where they export, where they take away the real resources of the land, and they poison and paint a certain narrative that the Igbos are the enemy. But that's not a subject for discussion. I just want to tell you that it is not the only oil they are crying. They can have the crude oil. What would they use it for? The North does not know, because the aspect of industrialization is being seen as haram. The economy in 4 states of the North, Igbos have over close to 100 trillion investment in 4 states of the North, and I can tell you that over Kano, Kaduna, Plateau, and Sokoto. So imagine where this industrialization engine is being pulled out from the entire north. And that's why they're telling Benjamin Netanyahu, hey, what you saw at the Knesset Parliament, where we have the Speaker of the Knesset Parliament discuss the issue of Biafra with IPOB diplomat. Okay, it is a channel of what the requirements of the United Nations, charter that backs international law that enables a sovereign nation to recognize, a nation seeking self-determination. And that's what the international law says. But the northern leaders who have seen clearly that how come this thing is becoming real? So it has become unstoppable. Not like Martin they cannot throw them. They are now trying to tell the federal government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to go and do something. I learned that he has even summoned some Southeast, I don't know that report, to devise a means, so Southeast governors, and of course, we learned also they are trying to approach Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but it has gone beyond Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, currently now. But what the Northerners are trying to tell the Israeli, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is that if we cannot survive, you know why? How many investments do the Northerners, the Fulani people have in Biafra land? Apart from taking the crew, they don't build anything there. They don't build school, no infrastructure, no hospital, no school, no university, no industrialization. They don't build factories there. But they are only taking the crude and leave the entire Niger Delta, the so-called Niger Delta, they call those places are different territories. But because they succeeded, Gowon succeeded in manipulating, using Sarawiwa and the rest of them, and Harold Wilson, the then Prime Minister of Britain, to manipulate and create 12 states. And that is why I'm telling you, the Nigerian regional government, the issue of state police, these are some of the things that was agreed on Apuri. Nigeria is coming back again. After the Igbo people, the Biafrans have lost over 6 million. It tells you a nation that is unserious. The point is that, if it was pulled out close to 100 trillion in 4 states of the north, I'm not talking about other states. Imagine what will happen.
A lot of people are now saying that we see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu trying to quickly pass this regional law into existence, that it will also help the Southeasterners to forget about this agitation.
Nobody's going to forget about Biafra, because Biafra has become an identity. Biafra has become a religion. Biafra has become a spirit. Can Bola Ahmed Tinubu stop a spirit? And Nigeria created the necessity, and we have invented Biafra. Necessity is the mother of invention. Nigeria created the necessity. We did the mother of invention, and it gave birth to Biafra. So how do you expect us to? Ojukwu gave you options. They can't talk against Ojukwu. Even to the extent that even the so-called oil become a national asset under Ironsi, they still kill Ironsi. So what are we talking about? So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whatever emergency policies is trying to embark on, the British government have advised him, you need to act fast, you need to do this to safeguard, but it does not stop the conquest agenda. Recently, they have banned the preaching of, gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. And if you are caught, you will pay $50,000. Yoruba people are the people that engineered it in the Senate. Yoruba people. And I keep on telling you that Yoruba does not mind Islam, does not mind Sharia. Look at Abraham Traore. He has banned, even those people that went to Saudi Arabia, to grab 800 of them. He said they will not come here and radicalize. Him too is a Muslim. Abraham Traore says he's a Muslim. That he doesn't want them to come back from Saudi Arabia and begin to radicalize, Burkina Faso. that they should go and pack. After they have studied it, they should file another country and go. But what is happening in Nigeria? Even when Ezekiel Chama was being threatened by the Fulani jihadists, have you seen any Nigerian government official respond to the mass, this thing? But what are they doing? They are gradually institutionalizing, Islam, targeting the Biafra land. The Europeans are part of it. And yes, that is the truth.
But does it seem now that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now trying to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as a lot of people are saying?
The negotiation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is based on monetary, inducements. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not want that. He proposed, he said, you are coming up with regional government. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no, the regional government does not stop infiltration of the Fulani in Biafra land. Then you are talking about the state police. State police does not have absolute power, independent power on its own. It is centered on the IG and of course, the president of the country. Then you can see that even the Fulani political class manipulated that state police. Still the same thing as the normal police we have today. It's just a change of name. That's the way they are doing the issue of crude subsidy. Federal government is still paying subsidy, but they gave it another name.
Nigerians are asking, with this visit of IPOB delegate to the Knesset Parliament, what is the latest development that Biafrans will be expecting?
And that is what is bringing the problem now. That's emergency in the north. What are they talking about now? Oh no! That this thing, we need the ability to. How do we do to stop that? Bros, let me tell you, like I've always said, the United Nations Charter guarantees self-determination. The United Nations rules and regulation, obligations, guarantee the recognition of a sovereign nation. United Nations is made up of about 151 countries, 193, member states. In EU, we have about 27, which these member states are independent states. And what the international law says is that, any sovereign nation that recognizes a self-determination nation, freedom, sovereignty on a nation that is agitating for freedom, that have met the requirements based on international law. Let me give you an instance. In terms of geopolitical area, in terms of population, in terms of resources, in terms of, Biafra has proven to be that, overqualified in that regard. Then, what do we need now? After having gotten, global attention, having gotten global attraction, then the next move is begin to push diplomatic, ties, solidarity between countries of powerful nations around the world, presenting your position based on what the international law says, based on conviction, evidence, and based on human rights. And that is all. And you need to identify those nations that are possibly going to be your allies to promote the recognition, because they are a sovereign nation. Somaliland was not a sovereign nation when Israel recognized it and it becomes a sovereign nation. That's what the international law says. For those of them who does not know, it took Israel 4,000 years to become a nation in 1948 or 45 or thereabout. You know how many years it took America? So, it is a continuous struggle. You never can say, you never can tell. But what I'm saying is that, Biafra has become popular.
A lot of people are now asking, with continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what will be the latest fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Well, I'm just saying that, of course, you can see the level of amount of delay in the appeal process. Even after they have done their ABA kangaroo election, and we're able to produce another Yoruba as NBA president, a woman. Everywhere is Yoruba, Yoruba, Yoruba for that so wrong. Yoruba from beginning to the end, Yoruba from beginning to the end. That's Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. And it's the same people that sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with a repeat law, a law that does not exist. And you know, why you are saying delay in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's appeal or whatever, even though we are hearing that a lot of diplomats from all over the world are visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, the German delegates have just left, you know, Sokoto, you know, a lot of people are coming around and could not to meet him, you know. So what the federal government are trying to do now, they are still trying to look for something to hold on to kickstart the appeal. And that's why they came with the cross appeal, telling the Somotosho to replace the Somotosho's judgment. Nigeria is a wicked nation with death sentence. That's the meaning of cross appeal. It was done under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a Yoruba man, who is already championing a Muslim tickets. You can see the direction they are going. Do you know that why Nigeria has collapsed and Nigeria has never moved forward? But you see, the president says a petroleum minister. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the petroleum minister. He didn't appoint any petroleum minister. But look at the level of looting. So what Bola Ahmed Tinubu does is to place commercial value on leadership without providing leadership. And that is why you see all manner of people and everybody is just confused. The entire institutions have been monetized. Nobody has that, you know, etiquette again to, you know, command and control in the institutions of democracy in Nigeria.
Finally, what will you tell Biafrans hopeful and Biafran faithful to do in this time now?
Another continua is a struggle yes, until we get to that point where the international community, the nations of the world, will begin to recognize and discuss us, you know, for us to create a safe nation for Christians in Nigeria, whether in the north, whether everywhere you are. If you feel that Biafra is safe for you to go, you are welcome. Biafra is a secular nation and we have our constitutional obligation tied to human rights. You know, that's what we're saying. But don't come here and say because you're a Muslim or because you're a Hindu or because you want to introduce anything. Biafra, its foundation is laid on Christian values.